Hello, I'm Kathleen Alcala, the paper crafter. Welcome back to my sea themed journal as I continue on. This is not glued on. This is probably what I'm going to do for the cover, but I'm not completely positive, but that's kind of where my mind's going. I don't want to glue anything in because when I keep opening it and closing, I don't want the shell to break. So I'm just going to disassemble it. I just want to show you what I'm thinking about, okay? I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to save it for the front of my journal. I want to go ahead and work on this box. Has got to move. Okay. I want to work on adding trim, lace, and all that good stuff to here. And I found, now let's see what I do with this big old box. Hold on. I'm going to put it up top behind me to the side. Okay, so I printed these. Look how cute, you guys. I actually contemplated it being on the cover because look how cute that is. But you can't really decorate much. The only thing I could do maybe some lace on the side. So I decided against it. But I was thinking, how cute would that be to open this up and see that? And then I can just add some trim, some lace probably. I love that. I think it's adorable. So that's kind of where my mind is going with this. I also thought about just kind of ripping because I want it to kind of look almost, I don't know, kind of like a, not necessarily a wave, but let me do this side. Isn't that cute? I think that is so cute. I'm probably going to take just a little bit off, like maybe down here, because I want some of that blue to show from back here. Let's go ahead and take off a little more right here. So this image, I just searched under Google, vintage images free, so that way I wasn't violating anything, and some came out like that. I want to show you what I did get. This, look how cute this one is, and then look at that. I love that one. Those are some of the ones I printed out. I have more, but I didn't print them out. So what I'm thinking about doing, you guys, I'm just going to glue it because it would be easy to be removed since it's paper. And get that out there. So I'm not too worried about, if I don't like it, I can just remove it, right? I like the white to show. I know I'm doing it sort of an antique, but the white and the blue just feels so fresh and sea-ish. So let's see how close do I want to get that. There we go. How cute is that? How about that? That cute? So today's Sunday, and my dogs are way rambunctious today. I'm going to try to film this without a million stops and a million edits, but I got a feeling there's gonna be a lot of editing. I already hear my little dog going crazy out there. Okay. I found this and I fell in love with it. That sparkle, I think it's just so pretty. I kind of like the idea of it being down here. Kind of reminds me as water, sort of. Let's see, where do I want to bring it? Maybe to here. It's hard because there's pearls on it, and I don't want to bust up all the pearls. You guys probably can't even see what I'm doing, huh? I'm sorry. So, I'm trying to cut it in a way that does not destroy everything. Okay, so I love that. It reminds me of the water, you know, when you're in the ocean at the beach and the water is just stunning when the sun is sparkling on it. Ugh, It's just so pretty. And that's what this reminds me of. And I like the ladies, so I thought, you know what? Let's put that on there. And, you know, I can edit anytime. I can just simply remove. That's one of the reasons I love using this glue, this fabric tech, because it's not, to me, I mean, it will be eventually forever, but I can get away with pulling it up. It will, like, if I pull this off of here, it is going to rip the paper without doubt, but I can recover everything so nothing bothers me, and I'm not a perfectionist. See, a little bead came off. So hope that did not destroy as I cut. Isn't that cute? I love that. I don't want to put it up there because to me it feels like she's diving into this kind of a sea thing. And let me think about something here. Now I know I have different colors. I don't want to use color for something like that because it's so dark. This could be cute because the color is sort of faded out. Guys, I had a thought. What do you think would happen if I threw some glitter, put some, just a little touch of glitter? I kind of like that idea. And to just, first of all, let me make sure this opens up easily. Woo, look at that glitter. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to just put a little glue and see how that looks. But before I do that, it would be wise of me, hold on. Let's put a piece of paper so that the glitter, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing, so that the glitter can fall onto that. That big chunks. I have no idea how old this glitter is. So it could be very old for all I know. Okay, so I have got a bit of a glitter mess. Let me try to put that back. Excuse my reach. But I'm showing you everything I'm doing, you guys. I'm not editing it out. So, welcome to my world. Okay, hold on. So I have a bunch of glue right there, glitter right there. I'm gonna see if it will allow me to drop it into this container. If not, that's okay too. Okay. It did somewhat, a little bit. We'll see how successful that is. So there are some globs of glue right there that it would have been best not to have had. So I'm going to try to just touch that up and a bit of tissue. Okay. I think in time that will clean up a little bit. What do you guys think? Do you like that idea of little glitter there? It's different. Maybe a little piece right, a little dot of it right there, huh? Hold on, I'm gonna do a little dot right here. Ooh, see, that's way too much glitter. Take it off. Off, off, off. So, as you saw, the little thing was broken for this glue bottle. I'm not sure, just probably age. I don't use this glue that much because I struggle with it, so I don't feel like it glues as well as the fabric tack, and I do so much fabric. I mean, probably paper, it does glue good, but fabric, not so much. Okay, that makes it a little bit more even, right? Okay, so that was this that I used. Where I got it, couldn't tell you, no clue. But there it is. Let me move the stuff over here. Okay, move that out of the way. Let's close up this glue. I'll probably use it soon, I'm guessing, maybe. I don't know. I'll put it over there. All right. So that's cute. I wonder if, I guess, see what I was trying to do in my mind, you guys. See how this is so glittery? I wanted to carry some of the glitter over here. I wanted to bring in some of the color, because this page is definitely not have any color, just not have color at all. So I was trying to bring in some of that blues and greens, so it didn't look so blah. I'm not necessarily loving this with that, but I'm thinking maybe if a little bit could be okay. I still like the vintage flair of it. I think that looks so much better. Maybe that with some sparkles here and again. Hold that thought. Let's try these. I'm just trying to create some color. Okay, so let's put those down on the table. So if I was to do this, if I was to, like, say, glue sparkles, what do you guys think? Not loving it, but I'm not hating it either. Might just bring in some color, which I'm trying to do. Let's bring in color to that. Not sure. What if I was, let's just say, for instance, guys, if I was to lay this down, right? Whoop. Lay that down. And what if I was to put this underneath? I mean, on top. What do you guys think? Excuse me as I drink my root beer. I'm awfully thirsty. Okay. Really makes it small, right? I feel like it needs to come out way out here. That's better. I'm not sure if I'm loving that. It's this. I need something, and this isn't it. What I need is actually some velvet would be perfect, wouldn't it? I don't think I have anything in my box of tricks here that would really go. Let's see. Ribbon, possibility. Let's just pull it out and see what's what. This is cute. Look at this blue. Oh, that might be great. I love that. I think I'm going to go with that, you guys. I think so. Let me tell you why I'm thinking this. Okay. Shiny, shiny. This has a bit of a shine to it, see? It's not flat. And I'm looking for something not flat. And I think this is the ticket. So that's the one I'm going to go for. Let's go ahead and use back to my fabric tech. Let's just put some glue down on the edge. So how's everybody? How are you guys doing? I am doing good. See, I want the shiny side. The shiny side, not as shiny, but I want it shiny. At least that doesn't look as shiny to me. Yesterday, I helped my sister, well, it was mostly my stuff in the garage. I had some remnants of craft supplies that were buried alive. So I went through stuff and decided what I was going to get rid of. We're trying to clean our garage, and the whole house, decluttering. So I actually plan to declutter my craft space, my craft room soon. Not today. I'm tired from yesterday, and I'm catching up on all the chores I didn't get to do. And see, I think when this dries, I'm really gonna like it a lot. I love the color. And you know how the shore, like I said, the little waves have that sparkle when the sun hits. Even though this is kind of drab, it brings life into that picture to me. In fact, you know what would be really pretty is some watercolor. Hold on. Look. My cheesy Dollar Tree watercolors. I don't know. Look at. What do you guys think? Do I have water around me? Whip it around me. Normally I have a bottle of water. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I'm going to use some water. I'm going to pour it in my cap. See if I don't create a big old disaster. Ah, okay. Guess I'm going to use this little cheesy, because I know I have nice brushes, but again, my favorite statement is if I could find them. Of course, that would be a whole nother world, right? Okay. So these are the colors. So I was thinking like a green. Let's test this before I put it on there. Let's use the back of this paper. That's pretty green. Let's see if we added some blue. There's blue with the green. I need to get this stuff more wet. It's too dry. Ah, pretty. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna put some color up here. Just add more water. Can you guys see what I'm doing? It's kind of hard, huh? I just want to add some color to this picture. So I'm using a lot of water, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of color. Put more water. So one thing I love about watercolors, you can just blend it out so beautiful, right? You just don't need to use a lot of color. Okay, so I'm gonna fade this out here. And just put some water. Give it some nice color. But what I think I want to do is I want to bring that color throughout the page, because what I'm thinking is, you know, paintings, watercolors, they usually have color throughout. I know this is a horrible brush, a better brush, a bigger brush, just hit the fabric, which I'm still okay with, would be better. I'm going to add some blue to it to change the depth into more of a sky color, maybe. Okay. Let's put a little bit of blue right in here. Then let's dab a little green right down in here. Get it to be a little more green when it gets closer to the water. I don't want to hit the girl of the image. I just want the background to be a little bit more colorful. This feels a little bright right here. So I am going to grab my Kleenex that I used a minute ago. And let's just dab. Look what happened. I hit too hard with the brush and the color image came off. So you have green there, which, you know me, I'm still okay with. So let's just put some blue and see how much we can cover that up. Probably not much, but it's okay. We're gonna just work with it, right? Working with what we got. Mistakes and all. Or when things don't turn out quite how you think they should, it's all right. I'm always saying that, aren't I? It's all right. Happy accident, happy accident. Let's put a little green in this happy accident here. Make it like it's... Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of wash up here because make the whole thing blend a little bit better. Get it as close to her as possible. Just to change up the color a little bit. Right? Okay. I think that's all I need to do for right now. We'll see how it turns out. I think that's a bit of a mistake right there with how I hit too hard, because this brush is so cheap, you know, it hits real hard. It's not the best, but I'm okay with it. So we'll keep going on, right? Let me put these watercolors back. The good thing is this color matches that, so there could be a good, you know what, I might be able to actually, before I put this all away, let's see if I can somehow manage to repeat that shredding of the paper. Hold on guys, that's that. So what I did is I kind of like went too deep. See, that rips right there. You see it turn white? I'm trying to recreate a little bit of it so it takes it up. You know, when you have a mistake, just repeat it. And I'm going to bring some up here. So that way it looks a little bit more uniformed. There. Kind of a sky that has the multicolored green and blue. I think that blends in a little bit better. So what do you guys think? Yay, nay, maybe? We'll let it dry and see what we think about it after that, because sometimes things dry and you see it later and you're like, oh, I really like that, or oh my god, what was I thinking? Okay, let me put my watercolors back. All right, drinking my root beer. Let's see where my mind takes me now. So what I'm thinking with this page, I need something up here. I'm not sure what. I wonder if I should bring this across, or would that make it redundant? Let me see some of this beautiful. I love this. You know what I should do? I should actually use this as the tie, huh? Speaking of that, what I'm thinking about is putting the tie down. Can you guys see? Putting the tie down in here with hot glue. See? Won't that be pretty? I think I'll save this for my... I'm going to turn that into my tie. I don't always put ties like that on my, you know. Okay, now I need to get rid of my water. Hold that up. I'm just putting the tissue in there and turn my tissue really pretty. Okay. I'll close up the rest of this water. Remove it. All right. Okay. So, let me see what it would look like if I put this here. Kind of want to cover that greetings from. Should I do the whole thing across? No, I don't like that. Don't really see it that much, but I feel like it finishes it up. White would be pretty there too. Let's see. I could do the lace with this. I kind of like that. I'm going to do that, you guys. Okay. I'm going to cut this a little straighter. And just measure across. Here to here. Guesstimation, about there. Let's glue it. Okay, let's glue this down. I'm putting it right above the top of the picture because I didn't want the lace to completely cover her cap. I love the cap. I think it's charming. I don't want to lose that. Now, I will probably put this, another glue bead here, so that way I can lay down the second piece. Wait, I don't even think I trimmed the second piece, did I? Hold on. Nope. I need from here to here, so I need to right about here. So I'm going to trim right here. I think why I like this look, it reminds me of a canopy. And I always feel like during the old days there were canopies, you know, like over the ice cream shop, over the windows. There were just this sort of look. Also, this sort of reminds me of the turn of the century on the lamps, how they always had the pretty French. I just feel like it feels more vintage and lends with the flavor. And with this, I'll probably like do folds, like distressing it a little bit in that sense, like that. Like the paper's folded into itself. I like that look. I will probably put a little bit right there. I think that's cute. Just give it a little extra touch of differentness. Let me fold this top part in on itself too. I like that. I like it, guys. I like it. Now this is wet, so I wonder how wet this glue is. It doesn't feel really wet. So let me think of something I can put. Oh, you know what? Look at this piece of paper I keep having floating around. I'm just going to put like that, boop, and turn it over. Now this paper feels wet, damp right here, but that's okay. It'll dry, right? Okay. Love this. Love this. The only thing I can think to do with this page is maybe a tiniest, smallest little piece of lace running right there. I think that could be really cute. But I'm thinking probably more white than I am. Like, look at, watch this board. Look how cute that little lace right there is. That would be sweet, but I wish it was white. I don't necessarily want to do off-white. And that I will need to, I know I've got a lot of little laces, but my vintage laces are all off-white because they're vintage. I don't have a lot of white small lace. That might be a bit of a problem. Let me see what this would look like. It's a little bit of a ruffle, but let's see. Oh, that cute. Cute. Should I be worried that it's covering the C on the card? Maybe not. I actually like it up here. In order not to be here 1,000 years, I'm going to go ahead and trim it and use it. And if I don't like it later on, as you know, I can always take it off, right? So let's go ahead and glue that on. I like the idea of using a little bit of lace because I still love that lacy look. It's my jam. Okay. Oh, just a little bit of glue. Doop. You never know what side's what, right? I think this side, the ruffle kind of fluffs out a little bit more. And let's just put this down. Cut it a little short on that side here, but that's okay because when the page folds, I just don't want that glue everywhere. Okay, all right, there, that's cute. Gives it a little touch. I'm still not sure if I'm going to put anything here. I might put an image. I haven't really found something that I really thought would be cute to match this whole little scene. Yeah, I haven't found anything yet. I might, but we can move on. I like the idea that a person could actually write if they wanted to on here. So what I'm thinking, I will probably put maybe something down here. I will probably keep this clean with nothing on this side. Maybe a little dangle there might work. You know, might be really cute even. Just a little piece of paper. Trying to find a font that was more of a kid font, but everything was in French or other languages. I struggle. I know I have kid books. Again, my favorite line is, where they are, I have no idea. So what I'm thinking about, you guys, I don't know, but let me just try this, right? I'm gonna rip that. I wanna see just doing a little piece of paper fold, if that would be cute or not so cute. I don't know. Not a big one, just folding it like a fan. And do a few more folds. Paper is really cool. Let's do one last one. Oh wait, you know I didn't fold that one right. There. Fold it like that. Like that. I'm gonna tear it. Like a little pocket there, right there. Here, let me trim this side a little bit better. Hold on. I like that, you guys. I think that could be cute, different. I like it. Let me glue down some of these really quick. See, I'm just, too much glue. Mayday. Just putting a little dot of glue. If I sewed this just really fast, straight down, it would have been a lot faster. If I had more time, I probably would have, because my sewing machine is just almost arm's length away. I like that. I think it's cute. Let's see, where do I think I see? Where do I want to place it? I want to stick it out. so that you can see it on this side too. I think. Let me see. I don't know. Do you think that looks good? Because it's a yellow tone. I don't want yellow on this. The hat is sort of yellow. I guess I could put it up just a tad. Yeah, it gives a nice little look, just a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to put a strip of glue down here. Just so it peeks out just a little bit on each side. I like that look. Okay. Okay. I like that. Now, what I do want to do, I'm thinking, let me untie this is from when I went to my friend's house, so I don't know if I want to use blue to ink the edges. I kind of feel like using blue. Or do I want to use brown? Because they're already kind of a brown tone. You know what? I'm going to first start with blue and see what I think about the blue. Okay, hold on. Now this is probably going to have a little bit of brown on it because this was used with brown. But I just want to ink this and see how it looks. So you can still see the brown from the top page. Let's see. And get some more blue. Kind of haphazard. Do I want to put a little bit of color on that page? Maybe. A little bit of blue. That could be cute. Just to give it some blue tones. A little bit of blue. So this, you still see that white line, which I really wanted to eliminate. I don't know if I can. It's like that back paper is really bright and vivid. So it's kind of turning it too dark right there. But that's okay. All right. Okay. So this will be for writing. I do want to put a little trim down here. Not blue though. Excuse me, that's too much blue. Maybe I can actually use this one that I'm in love with again. Is it too redundant? I used it here, didn't I? No, I didn't use that. Oh yeah, hurrah. I'm gonna use it here. That is cute. Very sweet. Feels very vintage. I like it. Okay. So you guys, I recognize that I'm going really slow. Normally I would do all this stuff off camera, but I figured why not just do it with you guys. If you feel like watching it, great. If you don't, no worries. You can always fast forward if you want. Not watch anything until I get to the end. You know, I'll probably do some of it off camera because I am a slow crafter. But I'm already moving pretty fast when you think about it, because the images are done. There's not much you need to do with this stuff, right? I might put one little bit of something here. I have this color here. This is pretty thick. That doesn't work. This is such a beautiful blue, isn't it? What do you guys think? It's kind of thick. It's not really what I had intentions. I wonder how it would look if I cut it. I'm not very good at that, but let me just try. I'm gonna try, guys, and see if I can cut this any decent way. Here, let me do it this way. One long. Yikes. Yikes. Hey, that works. I'm doing it. I'm loving it. Loving it. Let's just put it down here. I gotta get one of my new glue bottles out so you guys don't have to sit here as I try to squeeze out the glue. I have a bunch of new ones I can use, so I guess if I kept this, and when it starts getting low, I just honestly need to just keep it upside down, so that way it's not such a burden to squeeze out. Oh, I love that. That baby blue just finishes it up, doesn't it? Cute, cute, cute. I love that. Love it. Okay. That's a little page, fabric page, which I'm not going to do anything with. Oh, I was going to glue that in there. Okay, let's see what I did, guys. Let's pull this out. Why did I do that? Oh, I think this picture was identical to this one, and I didn't love that. Let me pull it out. Let's see if I can get it out of there. Come on. Wait, what in the world? Did I glue it in there? Oh man, I think I might have glued it in there, you guys. Wah, wah, wah. I glued it in there. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Not thinking at all. Do I change this to this? Which I could do. Hey, that kind of looks like my watercoloring. I could do that since this is there. I think I'm going to. Or let me look at those new options that I printed up. And I have all these things that I could just cover at the seaside. That's cute. Let's cut some of these and just see what that would look like. Actually, I might as well go all the way down. See if any of these would work. I wonder if I should turn this into a tuck spot. What do you guys think? I kind of like that idea of a tuck spot because I want to cover that because I have it in the other thing. I can't remove the other one. That one, this one. They're not real clear, their faces. It's probably what happens when you get for free, huh? I just screenshotted everything. I didn't copy and paste or anything like that. And that's probably what I'm dealing with right now. This is cute too. Look at the ladies coming out of the water. Oh no, they're all so cute, these images. I want to do one that's a little bit more seashore-y. So let me, it's gotta be one of these. At the seaside. Okay. I kind of really like that one though. Color matches. I think it's gonna be this one, you guys. Okay. Just cut off the white pieces. I think I need to back it onto a piece of paper, which I'm going to need to use something heavier. So let's get this handy dandy piece of paper that keeps floating around. Hey, it's dry. Look it. Okay. So I am going to back it onto this so it has some stability. Right? Let's just get some glue out. Let's glue that guy on there. Okay. That's what's kind of nice about using digitals. No fear, no anxiety. It doesn't matter how it really turns out because you can just print it again, right? I love that. I actually have a lot of little images. I didn't find any beach images though, that are authentic images from the day. Let's cut this so I don't have any. I'm wondering if I should do like a little pocket. What do you guys think? So that way there's a little bit of space there, or would that be too big? You know what I mean? See how it creates I think that'll be too big. I'm not going to do it. Let's go ahead and just turn that up. Now this, I do want to ink around the edges. Whatever ink's left on this inker. Just so, I don't know, it gives a little bit of more panache. Okay. Now with this, I did round the edge, so I'm needing to round this edge a bit. Okay. I wonder if I need to bring it down a little bit. You know, I'm going to cut this back just a tad. Round it again. Re-ink. There we go, and that will be the side pocket, or the tuck spot. Okay, see, again, happy accident. Makes me think outside of my normal range, right? Okay. Put the lid back on so it doesn't it doesn't pour everywhere. Okay. The ink is going to this back, so I gotta be careful. I really like that, you guys. It's a very happy accent. I noticed that there's a little bit of white showing there. I need to clean my space for a sec, so it's not a complete disaster. Okay. Let's see if I got anything left on this inker. Doesn't look like it. But instead of using the blue, I'm going to switch back to the brown because it has brown on it. If I could open it. When I was cleaning, I was mentioning that I was cleaning the garage out of my stuff, and I found some old Tim Holtz ink pads. I didn't check them to see if they still work, but I thought, I bet you they do work. However, I don't need them. So we're possibly doing a yard sale. If we don't do yard sale, we're just going to donate them. I'm just going to bring this all the way around to kind of make it even a little bit. All right. Okay. All right. So now that will dry. And I use Vintage Photo for that, just if you're wondering. Okay. Let me move my beautiful blue. Oh, this velvet is so gorgeous. I love it. Okay, let's move this. Let's get some of this out of the way, yeah? All right, moving along. Okay, throw that away, that away. And there we go. Okay. Cute. Cute. Oh, I need a little bit of something, something, huh? Let me see what's on this side. Again, I don't want to put anything on there because I want someone to be able to write on that. I'm wondering if I should use the same to match this side. Let's see. Let's glue off my finger. What do you guys think? Of course, then I'm not going to be putting that. Maybe I should just put the other half of that blue. Let me find it. That might be a better solution. To bring it all the way across. I kind of like that. Let me try it and go for it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Okay. Let's put this down. Pretty, pretty. I love velvet. Love to use it. So you see how it's coming out over here? Because I didn't round it. Just round a little bit. Okay. Okay. So I don't need these anymore. I can put those back in their little spot. At the seaside. And then I'll make some stuff to put in there. All right, guys. I need to definitely put something pretty around here. Maybe that one velvet. Oof, I love that. Isn't that beautiful? The coloring on this is just spectacular. Let me see how much it will take away from that box. Let me see how big it is. Hold on. Compared. Doesn't really lose much. What would you guys think if I did that? All the way around. Is that too dark? Would lace be better? Might be kind of dark, huh? I better not jump on that idea yet. Not yet. There's this. This is so pretty. This little blue lace. Isn't it sweet? I'm going to put that there. I think it's just so sweet. Very pretty. Okay. So it looks like the fog cleared up. It's been so foggy. I think I mentioned it last time. Every day we've been having some wild fog. Cold and drippy. Ugh. Of course I'll complain if it's hot. I'm hot. Okay. I love that. Feels like a wave or something to me. I don't know. Let me see. I want to kind of go an angle. There we go. Perfect. See, part of me thinks that maybe I need to do something more in the lines of this. Let's just play for a second. How would that look? See, I feel like it's just too bright. I love this, but it's just too bright. I wish it was just one shade down, you know? Just a little bit more vintage looking, I think. It would just be spectacular. Because I feel like this is a wave, I don't necessarily want to put anything around. I did have a sudden thought, what would it be if I was to put like two, like if, you know, the waves, how you have multiple. How would that look? If I dragged it down a little bit. Like the beach, multiple seashore. Of course, you're losing that writing, which I really like. Huh. I kind of almost like the idea of it being like that. Like two waves. What do you guys think? I wish I could hear you guys talk. Okay. I like it. I'm gonna do it. It's different. It's different. I want to do different. Let's do it. Now, let me see where I want to put this, because I'm going to put the glue strip down. So I want to kind of get it as if it's the seashore line right here. So just a thin strip. Okay, bring that down a little bit to the end. Here we go. like it. I like it. Different. Now my 3 brain wants to say do everything in 3s, but they're waves, so I don't want to cut, and I don't want to cover that, and I want people to be able to write on it. I'll do something else. I'll put another embellishment. I haven't done with the embellishments. This is just like phase 1. You're like, oh no, say it ain't so. But I have all the cute charms and see things that I want to use. This is just me putting the foundation down, and then we'll add all the cute little charming things to it, right? I'm going to wait on that, guys, because I'm not really sure what I want to do about that yet. And I'm not going to seal this up yet because I found white sand in the garage, and I need to bust into this big old box. I'm thinking about adding sand in here. Thought that'd be really cute. So I'm going to wait on sealing and doing anything with this yet. Now let's see what I had going on here. Oh, this pocket right here. That's cute. But I need to do something with this page though too. It's hard to know what to do with this page because I don't know what I'm doing with that one, so that's going to wait too. However, let's see what this will be all about. If I was to go ahead, I'll put the pocket in. What if I put it in the center? I kind of like it, the idea in its center. Okay, so I do want to try to ink this right here so it matches that. Same thing with this and this. Okay, I'm going to put it in the center right there. I like that idea. It's different, it's off balance. I had a thought. What if I was to put some lace down here? Just a pretty little piece of something. Like to back the pocket up, because isn't that pretty? What if it went all the way across? Such a beautiful piece. And then that went there. How would that look? I would turn this into a pocket itself. This would just be the backdrop, and then this would be on top. I like that idea. I need to straighten this up a bit. I am going to do that. So, to do that, I got to figure out, okay, it's gonna, glue needs to go here, here, and let's see, how far I need to go up there. Maybe that would be enough. And so I'm dropping the scallop below the paper line because I love the scallop to show on the next page over. See, I love that. I'll probably need to trim off the edge just a tad, but this creates that pocket that I want, so we can add little things in, right? And then this, I want it to just be not a pocket. I want this to be the background for my pocket, my legitimate pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down all the way, but I'm not going to use a whole lot of glue because sometimes glue can get tricky through lace. So I want to be careful with that. Let's just drop this down. And I know I have my little, let's see where it went. Ah, here it is. I don't want to keep using my fingers when I have this. Okay. Now I want to put this down here. And I want I love that showing, so I don't want to cover that with the paper. So I'm going to put this pocket right where the scallop is. And I'm just going to ink this here with a lot of ink on that pocket edge there, and then just a bead here. It's okay if it's a thick bead because I don't think I'm going to be putting anything really big in it, so it doesn't have to be a big wide pocket. Cute. I love that. Okay. I love it. That's pretty. So now we have a pocket here, and we have a pocket there. We got pockets. I love a pocket. And yes, you can still write in the back of it. These so need to get, oh yeah, these definitely need to be vintaged up, right? I wonder what that, let me just see what this will look like if this was to become a vintage looking piece. See, the problem I'm having is the coloring just feels so modern. That's the problem I'm having. It feels so modern. I almost feel like pulling out the watercolors for these. I might do that, you guys. But for now, I'm going to let them live in here, just so I know where they go, right? Okay, so this and that's going to be worked on when I know what I'm doing about the sand. This I feel is done. I don't need to do anything more with that. Okay, I like that. Okay. That really came out cute, that little scallop. See how it's sticking here? I'm going to trim that up just so it's not there. A little bit there, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't cut. Okay. Isn't that cute? This I need to do something different. So what I'm thinking about is creating, gosh guys, I'm so sorry for all the glue on my fingers. I'm thinking about creating like a notch and then have a dangle from it. Like some of the charms that I have, I think that would be really cute there. Yes, I need to figure out what paper I want to use for something like that. I could use, hold on. Remember how I got the root beer all over my stuff? I could use just like, see, I'm looking for the coloring to match. And since I don't need these, I'm wondering if, hold on, let's see what would happen if I was to, no, I would need to have it. Let's just see if I can come up with something that would work. It doesn't need to be real big, but I do need to create something that could look on both sides. So if I was to cut this here to take off that triangle, so I have a little bit of the brown here, so I would use it on this side probably and put some lace or something on there. I could either do it like that, so you could see it on this side, or I could just glue it on like a notch on this side. I think that's really cute. I think I might want to, should I angle this a little bit? Like a, maybe not. Let's ink this and see what happens. Let's see what I think. I do need to get this a little bit heavier. This paper is too flimsy for what I'm thinking about doing. So I would need, like, to put a piece of, where's that hard paper? Something in there. Like, glue it onto this. But this little piece of paper sure has come in handy. So that way it's hard, see? And then I can just glue it on. Whoop. I am going to have it go both sides. The reason being because I think it could be really cute decorating the edge right there. So we have like a little thing right here. And it's gotten a lot thicker with that little piece of hard paper and the scrapbook paper. So I'll need to get some of my dangles are downstairs, so I won't do it right now. However, guys, I think it's getting time for me to wrap this up because I've got a lot I need to do today. And let's just kind of review what we did. Okay, so going back to this page, you tell me, do you like it or not? It's different. I'm not loving it, but I like it better than I did before. It was too dark, too depressing. So I do love that the color, the watercolor lightened it. I do love the sparkle down here. I feel like it matches this, like it's a wave. I do love this. Like I said, I feel like it's a kind of a canopy look. I like this. I like the folding over here. I like it. And this just added that little ruffle, which is sweet, but you can see this below, which adds that touch of that vintage flavor. I love it. I do like this. I'm thinking about still putting something down there. I'm not sure what, but I don't think I'm done with that completely yet. Haven't decided. If I had thought in advance, sewing it with a turquoise or a blue down the center would have been really perfect. I didn't think that far ahead. So, however, I know I can do something with that and make it a little bit better. I do love this. I love the blue velvet. It matches this blue fabric. I love the side pocket. Really, really like that side pocket. I think that's just going to be so cool. And if you're journaling, you can slip some things, or if you went, somewhere and you wanted to put some pictures in there, that'd be cute. I like these. It feels like a wave. It does feel really empty up here. I really do feel that empty feeling. I may have to contemplate something up there. I might put a seashell right here. I think that could be cute. I think I'm going to put some lace here instead of that heavy velvet. I think lace would be really pretty, but I want to look for the right kind of lace. So I'm going to look for some different things to go there. And I can't work on this till I finish that. I love this. I love these pockets. I love the feel of it. I love this little pocket here. Really beautiful piece of lace. And these need to get decorated, make them more vintage friendly. I may actually put some green on them with the watercolor. I probably will put a little piece of lace or a little piece of fabric or something right here to make it charming. And then on this side, I want to hang a dangle. I think that'll be really cute. I love the little scalloped right down here. I may add a little bit of lace on the top. Not sure yet. If I have a dangle here, possibly some lace here. I don't want to overdo. I like the simplicity of beauty of the page. I think that's cute. And then this already has the blue on it with the ruffles blue here. So that's done. So that is pretty, but I'm thinking, I feel like it needs something else. I'm not sure yet. Maybe some seashells, or because you're playing in the sand. I don't know. We'll see. I want to use some of those embellishments I have. And then we'll need to continue on and keep going. Okay, you guys. Oh, man, there's a lot still to do, isn't there? I didn't realize there's so much. I probably will work off camera with some of this. You guys aren't subject to seeing so much. Although you might actually like to see how I actually make the entire thing, not just show you what I did. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. I pray that you have a wonderful, blessed, beautiful week. Take care, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you joining me, and I hope you guys get to make a sea journal as well. Keep praying, keep trusting God, for He cares about you, He loves you, and He only wants the best for your life. All right, take care. Bye-bye.